Hi, my name is Dan Cousins from MyCRM Manager, and in North America, we focus on CRM systems, and specifically we represent Greytrix and their GUMU integrations between Sage accounting programs and CRMs, both Salesforce and Sage CRM. When I think about the word GUMU, I think about the ongoing evolution of the integration between accounting systems and CRM systems, and providing non-accounting staff with as much accounting data as they can possibly handle. I think about how the GUMU and the various integrations, so GUMU, Greytrix's Universal Migration Utility, that's what GUMU stands for, and how it's been around for, well, at least 15 years, but that it just keeps getting better and expanding the different systems that integrate via the GUMU. There are many ways to integrate one system with another, but the GUMU approach, it's a product. It's not a one-off integration, rather it's a product that gets deployed, but it's still very flexible. It comes out of the box with tons of features that most clients like, but if they need to add more, they can. Whereas the other integrations in the marketplace are much more custom built specifically for whatever the client needs, which of course leads to a much longer ramp up period, and then you're sort of boxed in. It does what it does. The other thing I would say is the GUMU is constantly evolving. There's a steady stream of releases that introduce more and more features as time goes on. The GUMU has a very competitive edge because of the support team. And remember, it's a product, not a one-off customization. So when you have the GUMU and you subscribe to the GUMU, it includes support. And if anybody's reviewed for example, the reviews in the Salesforce App Exchange, you would see that the GUMU has the very best reputation, and it's the reputation for support. If there's an issue, it gets fixed. If there's questions, they get answered. So you're not left hanging, and there's a dedicated team there to respond to the inquiries that the clients have. Most businesses just want to be more organized, and they want to streamline the flow of information between different departments. And the GUMU does exactly that. So whether it's a 8-user, 10-user, 40-user system, usually the objectives are very similar. Just sharing of information and making what's going on more transparent to the different people that work in the organization. I would also say that an ongoing trend with the GUMU is order processing, allowing non-accounting staff to initiate and submit orders through the CRM interface that then update the accounting system. Well, we have integrated with a lot of different integration partners over the past 20 years that we've been doing this. And we've used, for example, the Sage 300 or Sage 100 integrations, but they prove to be very rigid. When you deploy an integrated system, invariably the customer wants to adjust that integration. And the GUMU provides the ability to adjust the integration very easily. So I would say that the GUMU integration, and specifically the integration with Sage 100, so far is the best integration I've ever seen. Remember that the GUMU integrations are a pre-built product that can be deployed over the course of just a few days. So you're not building something from scratch. Rather, you're deploying a system that already includes a bunch of different features. The progression of the GUMU is towards order processing. So it's a big trend to turn the CRM really into an order processing system, which ensures the success of the CRM project, but it also streamlines the flow of information between the CRM users and the accounting system. This can reduce the number of people that actually have to access the accounting system, but it's also a much more efficient use of everybody's time. The professionals at Greatrix are dedicated and there for us. Absolutely, with any project, there are bumps along the road or unforeseen situations that occur, and we've never been left wanting more. The Greatrix support team have been first class, which is, again, evident in their reputation within specifically the Salesforce AppExchange community. I would encourage anybody that's looking to integrate their Sage program with Salesforce to review the feedback in the AppExchange, and you'll get a good sense of exactly what you can expect in terms of level of support. Absolutely, and I'll use an example of Salesforce to Sage 100, but it would all be the same. But in this example of Freedom Packaging, their business model is to supply packaging to manufacturers. And the customers they serve often have several vendors in line, so they can switch depending on changing markets. So if I was the manufacturer, I might deal with Freedom Packaging for package A, but I also might have 2 other competitors for the exact same package. And the solution that we deployed for them shows them the volume and days since last purchase by inventory item. So I can bring up a customer and I can see, oh, they buy these 5 packages, and look, for package A, the last time they bought this was 24 days ago, for package B, 80 days, and they can have thresholds and alerts that keep them in the loop. The outcome of this is that the sales rep, when they're interacting with customers, knows exactly what's going on. They can have much more informed discussions with the client, letting them know, maybe identifying or asking a question if they think there's an issue, or in helping their client manage inventory levels. It's a distinguishing thing that Freedom can do this from the other competitors that the manufacturers might interact with, which gives Freedom a very, very much a competitive edge.